Oh, I posted it on Instagram. Oh, I got 34 likes. That's really cool. Posting on Instagram or any kind of social media site such as 500px or even Facebook can be amazing when you get a couple likes on your photos and you've spent about, let's say, 3 hours on your images. But are you really doing enough to make your photos stand out the best? And is that the end of your workflow? Have you thought about printing? Yeah, printing is a bit old and a lot of people think, oh, that's just for when you use 35mm to film. But if I can guarantee you, doing some inkjet prints and getting your images that you've spent so much time on printed up large is worth your time. The reason why is, if I show you a couple of images that I've had printed off, this is now using a print lab, and I've had this done on Fuji paper. And the greatest thing is you can either gift this to someone, or as a photographer you can have this mounted or even sell it. It just opens your horizons. Especially with black and white film, black and white images, you can still get them printed as well, and it's just a lot more emotional, and you'll find a lot more. It's the final stage, personally, in my opinion, to your images. So you spent about 2 or 3 hours editing an image, and you've taken it out of Lightroom. I don't think really you do the image justice enough to just put it on Instagram or 500px. Yes, there is a place, and it is important that you do put them on there as a photographer, especially when you're starting out. The reason why is because you need exposure as a photographer, and no longer can you just put your images up in a gallery and that will give you enough exposure. The photography industry is entirely now social media based, but still there is a massive margin people who buy images or want to see images in full. And if I was to go to a client and they wanted an image, the most thing they want is a big image, or they want it printed up. They don't want the digital download, they want it on paper. So, and also things like noise and sharpening is incredibly important. The reason why is this image originally was quite noisy, but as soon as I put it onto paper and there's a certain level of sharpening you can do on paper and getting it printed. So the main tip for this lesson is that you need to make sure you're looking at getting your image printed. It's not expensive. Depending on what you want to get, you can charge a reasonable amount, but at the same time getting the cost of printing through external sources. Yes, buying your own printer can be expensive and buying your own ink, but that's something that as a photographer you need to think of. How many prints are you making to how much it costs. But to use an external site, so even using websites like Jessups, they still exist. They're a camera shop in the UK. They do pretty cheap prints. They're not amazing quality, but if you want to start off making prints and getting that wow factor if you've created a big image, use Jessups. They're very quick and cheap. They post out for very little money, but I use a personal website online, and they do very well on their cheap prints. So if you want me to discuss more printing advice in the future, leave me a comment below or leave me a like and subscribe for more photography based content, and I will see you in the next one.